What's good, gang? Welcome back to the link up. It's just me, Efrum, today. That is because we will be talking Liverpool. All right. We just played Arsenal at the Emirates, tied 0-0. Beautiful game as a Liverpool fan because we made Arsenal look like shit. And I'm going to just say if Arsenal go on and win the league, they can't say they beat the champs, or better yet, even scored on the champs. We kept two clean sheets against them. All right. And yeah, pretty much just gonna talk about what that does for the team, for slot, for the league, and if we should be considering any players this January. So yeah, let's get to it. So pretty much 0-0. Best chance of the game was Bradley's shot. Man, I wish I would have gotten in. That would have been such a banger. But yeah, we kept Arsenal pretty much, didn't allow them to do anything. First half, they had a better half. They had a couple semi chances. Saka's turn, Kirk's blocks. Um, that's really about it. They did a couple crosses, nobody hit. And Bradley's was the best chance in the game. Hits a crossbar. It is what it is. Gakpo gets the ball. My opinion, he should have just ripped it with his left, but of course he's got to cut to his right and shoot. And we'll get to Gakpo, man. We'll get to Gakpo. Don't worry. But overall, second half completely dominated. Arsenal looked like they had no chance. They tried subs, still nothing, and we were just all over them. It's a shame that we didn't get the win, honestly. With no strikers, playing Verts up top. I really like the connection Verts and Soboslai and Fringpong are really getting on that right hand side. Just little triangles, just playing. But I wish we were a little bit more driven towards goal. I mean, we do those rondos all day, and then we just go around the box doing those rondos, around the box doing those rondos. When is somebody just gonna come in, and try and test the goalkeeper? Run at a goal, run at a defender, and a couple things about the game. Slot made no subs besides Bradley's unfortunate incident where it looks. I mean, I've worked in physical therapy. I've seen players' injuries. I mean, obviously, I'm hoping it's no tears, but the way he reacted, the way they needed to get him off, and the damn like ambulance carriage thing, we might be looking at a torn ACL or meniscus. So, hopefully not. Prayers out to Bradley. And Martinelli's a little bitch, man. Fucking bitch. You can't kick someone while they're down. And I don't care if he uh he didn't realize he was hurt. He thought he was faking it. Come on, man. You see him on the ground, you throw the ball at him, you pretend to apologize, and then in agony, Bradley's just turning. Martinelli thinks he's trying to get back on the pitch, which he was already in the pitch, so it makes no sense. And then he tries pushing him off, man. The fuck is that? So yeah, that was fucking annoying. I don't care if Martinelli apologized. He's still a bitch for that. But yeah, when Bradley comes back, I hope he gets his leg back and completely just uh, annihilates him. But yeah, that's beside the point. Want to let that out. But besides that, I mean, um, I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah, I mean, overall, Bradley had a good game. Shameful that I had to do that. Oh, subs. Yeah, no subs besides that. And then, which I understand when you're on top of the ball, you're having a good game. You don't want to mess things up, right? We were all over Arsenal. Arsenal couldn't do anything. Arsenal's making subs. They still can't do anything. You don't want to mess up the rotation, the rhythm that we got going on. But you got to see the game for what it is. And I don't know what bromance Slot has with Gakpo, but he is not him this season. All right. I don't know what's been going on, but it's the same thing. Same thing with Gakpo, man. You see him. drag the ball to the left, keep dragging. What's he gonna do? Cut to his right. Cut to his right, and then try to get a shot or just pass it back. No creativity, no real risk. Just go, cut on his right, boom, and even on the shot he missed, man. He should have cut back or he should have just shot with his left first time, boom. The goalie was on the ground, like, come on, bro. You're a left winger in the Premier League. You're telling me you can't first time shot with your opposite foot? Like, come on, bro. And what's he do? Cuts on his right again. Shot gets blocked because it takes forever. There goes a big chance gone. And we see this over and over. And at some point, it's like, bro, you have Ngamoa on the bench. I don't care if you don't want to ruin rhythm rotation. Gakpo wasn't doing much defensively either. So I don't think it would have hurt to put in Ngamoa. And Ngamoa is a player that will charge at you, do some cuts, keep defenders on toes, and could possibly even get through them, dice them, and cause danger. What Gakpo does it. Um, and I wanted to see Ngamoa, especially right now. We don't have strikers, we don't have an attack. This is where they should be getting playing time. And Ngamoa is such a beast, man. He needs to be getting playing time. I don't know what agenda Slot has against Ngamoa, or if he just has a bromance with Gagpo. But it's pretty tough to see when you see Arsenal make 5 subs and Liverpool still got nothing, and then Gagpo's not doing much. We're not creating. All right, let's just keep it the same. So wish I would have seen Ngamoa come in, even if it was for the last 10, 16 minutes. I feel like he would have done more in those minutes than what Gakpo did the whole game. So, I'm not trying to throw Gakpo under the bus. I kind of am, but I want to see the best out of our team. I want to see the best out of him. But lately, it has not been it, and it's becoming very repetitive. And it's like, at what point do we make a change? Do we do something about it? Every time we made put in Ngamoa, it's been a different flair, different story. He took the winner against Newcastle. He changes games, and that's what we need in this Liverpool side. So come on, Gakpo or Slot, put in my boy Ngamoa, man. He will shut them down. I know he would. But unfortunate, didn't see him play. Hopefully he gets some playing time soon. Might start seeing Frimpong back at right back, or I mean Joe Gomez is there now, so I'd rather see Joe Gomez right back, Frimpong up right winger anyway. But yeah, Verts and Soboslai, man, they're cooking. They are cooking because you have Verts who's playing the striker role today, and he's done the striker role before with us with Germany. With Germany, typically has two strikers, though, so a little different. But which is part of the reason why, if you watch the game, you would see Soboslai and Verts kind of like alternating. So it was almost like we had two strikers, almost like a 4-2-4 at times. And yeah, when them two have the ball on their feet, it's amazing to watch. Quick 1-2 touch football around players. But we need those players in the midfield, man, because Verts, he's a midfielder. He's a cam, however you want to say it. He could play on the wing, but we were lacking a striker. And every time we had opportunities passing, if you looked inside their box, outside, in front of their goalkeeper, we had nobody in there because we have those players that should be in there so used to playing the ball on the outside, working its way in, not just waiting for the ball. So we have no one to play it in. So you have Verts coming out to the edge, asking for the ball, trying to 1-2. We do a cheeky 1-2-1-2 triangle. Now we just pass it back. We didn't get anywhere with that. We need some sort of drive towards the goal, or else we just look fancy and we don't do anything with it. And yeah, I mean, it looks nice, good football. There's a couple good chances, opportunities where we use that 1-2 football to kind of counterattack and try to make something out of it. Boom, quick pass to Frimpong, uh, where Bradley almost gets his goal, but no finish. I mean, we can't just rely on counterattacks. We need to take those long shots, man. Take some shots, make some crosses. Let's test the goalkeeper out. We're not doing that enough. I see too much just passing back, passing back, passing back, and it's pretty frustrating to watch. I don't know if that's they're being told to do that, which I'm sure they are, but at what point do you just kind of take a risk? Besides that, um, everyone defensively had a really good game. Konate and Van Dijk, really good. Allison, I mean, he wasn't really challenged, but he did what he had to do. He came out on those crosses. We know Arsenal is a set piece masterpiece king, corner FC for a reason. A little shaky towards the end there when Gabriel, he had that to just knock it in the net. A little scary, but luckily he overjumped it, didn't get the right hit, and we came out with the point, obviously. But good defensively. Bradley was so good. I knew going against Trossard, especially on big games like these, big teams, Bradley steps it up a lot. So that was good to see. Kirkez, first half, a little shaky. I feel as a defender, you kind of have to try out the strike, the attacker. Are they gonna hold the ball? Are they gonna attack? There's one where he stepped in. Saka was around him, but previously he was just he was just waiting on him, waiting on him, waiting on him. Eventually, he was like, all right, he's gonna expect me to wait on him. I attack, boom. Saka got around him, got the better side of him. That was the last time he did that. After that, Kirk is all over him. He knew his game plan. He understood now. He ran around him, got the ball. He slid the ball. He didn't let Saka do anything. So that was good to see. Kirkus. That's what we got him for. He's a defensive unit. With the ball on his feet, though, is a little questionable. But let's just hope he gets better on that. But defensively, would have rather had him than Robertson, who could probably get outpaced, isn't as sharp. Good to see that Kirk has really stepped up there. McAllister had a good game, really rough. He's a little Argentinian. They get dirty, so good to see him putting in that work. Grav, we're not seeing the same Grav from the beginning of the season. Those turns, those deadly runs to the middle, just kind of pushing through and creating danger. We're not really seeing that right now. We see a very timid Grav, and I don't know what reason it is. Maybe so confidence is low, but it's not like we've been losing games. We're actually on quite a non losing streak. We might have tied with leads. We're not winning games we should, but we're not losing. But Grav was really a player that stepped it up last season. Had a good start to this season. But right now we're just seeing a very shy Grav, and I want the best out of him again. I want to see who he was at the beginning of the season. So still defensively did really good, but I want to see more out of him in the attack. Soboslai and Verts, like we said, it would have been nice to see Soboslai score another free kick. But I'm pretty sure we had a third one. He would have made that one because first one was high, second was a little higher. That third one would have been perfect. But no cigar. Left wing Gagpo. I already told you about him. Didn't have the best of games. Right wing Frimpong. Bro, his pace is a cheat code, man. His pace is a cheat code, but lad, take a shot, mate. Take a bloody shot, lad. Bloody hell. Like he had a couple runs where he got behind the defenders. Once Lewis Kelly came in, it was GG's. He had him beat every time. And there was a play where he just kind of took it, slowed down when he's doesn't have the best angle, but you can still try to slide it bottom left, side net, far post. Um, but he decides to pass it to the inside where Verts was running in, which they've played together many years. he probably understood. They've probably done that play many times. Uh, he gets unlucky because Saliba gets the slightest of touches and it puts it right behind Verts. Opportunity gone. But lad, you're going at it with the goalkeeper. You're faster than everybody on the pitch. Take a shot. You never know. Even if you miss, we could get a rebound. We could get a corner, something. But now you know, you can't pass it every time. They're gonna expect it, and sure enough, Saliba expected it, and danger gone. Not only that, um, yeah, Frimpong's a beast, man. He played one hell of a game. And I mean, we had Verts a striker, which had a decent game, but he had to keep checking in a lot. He had to drop a lot, and we did see him, you know, carrying the ball from the midfield, coming back to defend, um, and which is good and all, putting something into the team. Uh, but you are that striker, and if we don't have anybody up there to kind of push the defenders or make any run-ins behind, get their defense tired, like it's gonna be tough for us to kind of get in front of goal and have a chance. But we don't have any strikers. He's not a striker, so I'm not gonna give him too much crap. He had a good game. He's really starting to like link up well with the rest of the team. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see the best out of him once Ekatika comes back, once Salah comes back, and who else do we have injured, bro? Because I mean, Isak is done probably for the rest of the season. We might see him at the end of the season, but probably just training. And we need to get Ngamoa in, man. I'm tired of just having him on the bench. They said they didn't want to hinder his chances, you know, moving forward. So we didn't get anybody, and we're not even using him. So we're hindering his progress when we said we weren't going to hinder his progress. So get that straightened out. Slot, get him on the pitch. He's your best left winger right now. Chiesa too, man. Put him in. Why not? We have no Bradley, so I wouldn't mind seeing Frimpong on as right back, Chiesa up right wing, or start off Joe Gomez right back, put Frimpong right wing. Joe Gomez hasn't played a full game. Take him out, put Frimpong on the right back, and then you put Frimpong in as right wing, or Chiesa as right wing. And yeah, I want to see those players play. Naoni too. Let's That's something I've noticed Slot doesn't do a lot that Klopp did, and it's utilize our homegrown players, right? Even on the Carabao Cup against Chelsea when we won with nothing but freaking teenagers. That's because Klopp would play them, use them, got them at their best, and we beat Chelsea, a solid team. Slot has not been really implementing those players. What does that do? It just lowers the overall talent of the team. And then when you're training with this lower talent, everyone's talent doesn't improve. So um, I think that's something he could work on. But as far as what this game did for Slot, I wouldn't say it saved his job. I think that's a little rough to say, but he wasn't having the best of form. There's a lot of players, or a lot of players, a lot of fans who want Slot out. Don't think he's good enough, which is fair. But um, I mean, look at Arteta. It took him 7 years to get to this position. You got to be patient. And this is Slot's team. He got them for a reason. Maybe it's not clicking right now, but like if we get rid of him halfway through a season, you're gonna have a different coach, different tactics coming into a team that Slot bought to work with his tactics. It's just a big mess. I understand if we lose half of the rest of the games of the season. All right, bro, what are you doing, bro? Um, get him out. But this game just kind of showed me that there's something there, and it's just um, we need to have be like this at all times. maybe we play at the level of our opponent, which is very common. Um, but when you get out of that mindset, you just become a machine, you know? So I think Slot's still trying to figure it out. I mean, we had no strikers yesterday, so we have injuries. But yeah, I mean, Slot, well spoken man. What he said about Martinelli yesterday was um, he doesn't know the guy. Maybe he doesn't think that his intentions were to just hurt Bradley. He probably thought he was faking because so many players fake nowadays. And, very smart words from the manager, so it's hard to hate the guy, but, uh, we're not here to judge you with how intellectual you are. We're here to judge you off your results and coaching style as a team. And I feel like we haven't had a single, we don't have something that represents our playing style, With Jurgen, it was rock and roll football. That's Liverpool playing because, oh, look, counter fast, get it out. With Slot, it's like we have so much going on. We don't even know what our tactic is. I don't even know what we play, Like last season was a little bit of mix 1-2 passing, possession, start from the back, and then use Klopp's rock and roll football, which worked. And I thought we were going to stay with that. But no, we've been playing less rock and roll and more freaking Beethoven, slow, boring games. And, I'm tired of it. I'd rather watch a good high intensity game and win 5-4 than a scrape of a win 1-0, like I think Cruyff said that or something like that. But I agree, And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna ride with the manager for now because good results, can't hate on them after tying the first place team away and looking like the better team. So, hoping for the best. Let's see how we continue moving forward. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. Should Slot keep his job or not? Or too early to say? And let's just hope for a speedy recovery for Bradley, man, because he was looking good, man. He was looking good. So yeah. Besides that, like, comment if you enjoyed any of this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.